Good evening, chuckleheads, and what is up? It is your boy, Jay Bart, and Mr.
Colton Drake.
Colton Drake does not compute. That's Colton Drake over there. I don't know what I'm doing right
I
now.
don't know what he's doing either.
But it's Memorial Day. We got done with our Memorial Day weekend a little early. Came into the studio dropping tracks, dude.
Yeah.
Dropping heavy tracks.
Spitting fire.
Spitting fire. My alja. Yeah, we got on tap episode 29, is it? I think it's 29.
Something like that.
It's episode 29. Sarah Silverman today. How was your week, buddy?
It was good. It was good. Nice little
Excellent.
vacation for Memorial Day.
Hell yeah, dude. Did you do anything fun?
Built planter boxes with Bev.
Oh.
Yeah, that's something we did today.
Yeah.
Very fun.
Have you built them before?
No, but we got the lumber and shit. I got all the shit for it, so
Right on.
built those. Easy,
Are you just making, is it just as simple as making like a box?
essentially. Yeah. Yep. She just
Right
got
on.
to stain them and stuff.
I was going to say, do you have to stain them still and all that kind of stuff?
Yeah.
All right.
That's her.
Are they
duty.
permanent in a spot or are they movable or whatever?
All right, you can pick them up, move them around.
How big are they?
One's 4 foot by 35 inches, and the other one
That's
is
not that easy to pick up and move in.
Yeah, you just pick it up. And then
Okay.
one's 3 foot by 2 foot.
Okay. Right on.
Yeah.
And she's going to plant all sorts of shit in there.
Oh yeah, she's been on a planting spree.
Vegetables.
It's her new hobby.
Flowers.
Gardening gal.
She's a gardening gal.
Yep.
Yeah, she's getting old. That's what happens when you get old.
Yep.
Right on. So you did that today or yesterday?
We did that today.
Right on.
Yesterday, I don't know. We did some shit. Saturday, I was on a show.
Nice. Yeah.
Yep, the Volstead Act with Anthony Singleton and Chris Jessup,
Yeah.
Sam Mance, and that was a lot of fun. Cedric did a guest spot.
Guesty spot. Nice.
Yep. And the place was packed out, which was cool. It was
Very
a good
nice.
show.
Very nice.
Yeah, and then yeah, dude. Aside from that, it's pretty much been kicking it. Stayed up late playing Fortnite last night.
Oh, hell yeah, dude.
Yeah, basically
Loving
normal,
Fortnite, man.
normal dumb shit that I do.
Hell yeah. I went and hung out with Phil Kopczynski, friend of the pod,
Whoa, name drop.
Bro Dad's podcast guy.
Whoa, another name drop.
Yeah. That was fun. Went out and hung out at his lake house on his boat and shit.
Did you hit the jet skis? You get on the jet skis?
I did not. I didn't go on them.
Do you not like them?
I just didn't. With my foot being all like still sort of recovering, I just get weird with that kind of stuff. I'm not quite ready to do a lot of that independent stuff. And I'm not super familiar with jet skis anyway. I'll probably do it later in the summer. I also don't have the water license thing that you have to have anyway.
Have you jet skied before?
Yeah.
Yeah. The water license, though. It's like, that's just
It's Phil. Phil
it's
wants me to have it, right?
Yeah, but it's just
his
like,
shit.
the government, you know what I mean?
Sure, but I
It's
get
in
it.
your biz.
Well,
Tell
of
me how many
course.
fish I can and can't catch. Go fuck yourself.
Yeah, if Phil was like, go ahead and do it, I fucking wouldn't. But Phil's like, you got to be licensed for it. You know what I mean? Like so.
Yeah, but if you don't have you know what I mean? Like if you have alcohol, if you're all tanked up
Yeah.
and you don't have a license with it, then like what are they going to do? Suspend your water license? Like you're good.
What? Wait, you're saying if
Get-
you're
you
drunk enough, it doesn't matter? What are you saying?
You can't really get a DUI on something you don't have a license for.
That is probably the worst logic I've ever heard in my life, dude. I don't have a pilot's license. I can drive. I can fly fucking drunk all the time. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Can't get in trouble for the drinking.
You're
part. You'd be like, oh man, I didn't know that.
Yeah. That's legally incorrect, but that's fun. That's good.
Whatever.
Yeah, it was great. You know how the lake. I'm a big lake house guy.
Dude,
Big out on the lake guy. You know what it is? It's the noise.
that's the jet ski?
No.
Oh.
No.
We're
just-
off jet skis now.
Yeah.
I
off
would really
jet
like
skis.
to take us back to jet skis.
Go to jet skis.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Well, no, I want to know the noise you're
Oh,
talking
now
about.
I have. All right, fucking it. So
Do you go?
all it is for me, like going out in the woods or going out wherever. Like 100% of it for the part that's relaxing to me is always getting away from noise.
Mm.
It's so fucking loud all the time
Mm.
around town and around anything. And it's not even a loud city, you know what I mean? But like.
Yeah.
You get out there on the lake, or you get like yesterday. I was out at my dad's house, and he lives out in the boot. And he's kind of
It's just so quiet.
it's just so relaxing to be.
That's
quiet.
how I feel like Kennewick is, or like Richland. It's uncomfortable to be in like a neighborhood in Rich. I'm like, what kind of silence is this shit?
Oh man,
Feels like
that's not
something
even-
bad is about to
That's not
happen.
even close to as silent either.
Oh,
Like,
it is quiet,
all right.
dude. Yeah.
Anyway, let's go back to whatever jet ski comment you're getting. This
Oh.
is a golden one. I know it already.
Oh yeah. Okay. So when me and Bev were in Mexico,
Uh-huh.
we did a jet ski thing, right?
Oh, right on. You
And-
rented them or whatever?
Well, yeah, because we were
Yeah.
going to do the parasailing first, but they're
Nice.
like, oh, it's too windy. We're not doing parasailing.
Oh, shit.
So we're like, okay, let's do the jet skis. And they were like, how many jet skis you want? And Bev's like, we'll do one. I'll write on the back. I was like, no, you're not. We're doing 2 jet skis.
Whoa, what's up,
Right.
money bags over there?
I want to ride my own damn jet ski. I don't need you hanging on. Right. So, anyways, she hated that, by the way.
She hated what? That you didn't want to
she
ride
had
with her?
that she had to have her own jet ski.
Oh, really? Huh.
Yeah. So the whole time, like as you're jet skiing, you know, like I was cranking pedal to metal or whatever, and hitting the waves. I was having a blast going back and forth. And Bev was staying in this one corner, like
just like doing little circles, little donuts,
just going back and forth. And they have this drone that follows you, right, and takes pictures of you. And they're like, "Yeah, you can buy these pictures later, looking badass on a jet ski, dude." Bevan looked so mad on that jet ski, going like 10 miles an hour, worried about tipping over. Oh man, it was so funny.
That's funny.
They had so many.
Was it out in
pictures
the ocean or was it on
Yeah,
like
it was
the
in
lake
the
or something?
ocean.
Okay.
But yeah, dude, her fucking just the mean mug and her
She's
sunglasses.
just mad the entire time.
Yeah, I don't know how you're mad
You're
on a
lucky
jet
she
ski.
didn't have a gun.
I don't know how you're mad on a jet ski, dude. Jet skis are the like
kind of like
happiest
a-
time of my life.
Well, that was last week. New listeners. We don't have any new areas this week. It's the first time in a while.
Cool. Hell yeah.
We're doing fine on numbers. It's just, people who are areas that have already listened to us. So we remain like 6 or 7 states away from the country. And then, we got still got a lot of countries left. But yeah, so reach out, tell your friends in Buttfuckistan or whatever, like Wyoming or, that kind of shit. But yeah, beer of the week. We don't have one. We're both drinking Gatorades though.
Yep.
So that's good.
Sponsored by Gatorade.
Sponsored by Gatorade. Got a fruit punch regular. You have a 0. And what is cool, dude. Their flavors are hilarious. Dude.
Cool blue.
Cool blue. That's not a flavor, man. It's a color and a
Actually,
temperature.
it is the flavor.
You know what I mean? No, I know.
It's the temperature and the color.
It's a temperature and a color. Yeah. I'm saying that their names for their flavors are stupid. Like, that's a dumb name for a flavor.
Cool blue.
Yeah. Call it what it tastes like. What's it taste like? Do you know? I mean, do you?
I would have to say like cold blue, maybe slightly under cold. What's slightly
Azul
under?
fria?
What's slightly under cold? Cool.
Slightly above, like slightly higher temperature than cold.
Yes.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe like
You
cool
got
blue.
it.
That'd be a
Yeah.
cool
Maybe
name.
cool blue. It's great.
Okay.
Yeah, they're geniuses. Actually, they understand.
They understand colors
They
and
understand
temperature.
the translation between flavor, temperature, and color.
Yeah. Warm blue, also good flavor.
Oh, that sounds awful. Isn't that what's in the porta potties and shit at work?
Yeah.
Gross, dude.
Sure is.
Warm blue. Oh, that sounds
If you dropped your
disgusting.
phone in the porta potty, would you grab it? What's your move?
Dude, that's a fucking really good question. I think my current phone, I don't think I'd do it.
You'd leave it?
It's a shitty phone.
It would be after it fell into the porta potty.
Yeah, if it was like a brand new phone, I think I'd have to get it. Like, yeah, I'll put my hand in a pile of shit for $1,000. Yeah, that's essentially what you're saying, right?
So, yeah.
I mean, I guess if he had insurance or whatever, but I'd never get insurance on my phone. So,
But you really got to be digging around in there. I think it really depends on
why do you have to dig around in there? You
Who
just
knows where
dropped it
fell?
in.
Who knows where it fell, though? And who knows how stacked the porta potty is? Because, yeah, I think if it's been like a week since
I mean,
it's
if
been
I
cleaned,
can't see it, I'm not going to go digging
if you
for
can't see it.
Oh,
yeah.
no. It's probably dead. It's probably broke anyways. This because there's like shit and piss and
Oh, I think I'd maybe try to get one of those like little T-Rex arms.
God, dude.
You
Get a
know?
grabber.
Yeah.
Get a grabber. And what are you doing in there? Somebody comes, what the fuck are you doing in here? Oh, I'm just looking for my phone.
I swear, I was in here.
There's
I had
no
it.
way it's not going to smell like shit for the rest of your life, dude. Even if it doesn't, it's going to be in
you
your
shoot
head.
a little hand sanitizer on it.
No, it's
going to
be in your head,
go.
dude. You're never going to forget that you dropped that phone in a porta potty. Someone wants to borrow your phone, you'd be like, oh, yeah, sure, but...
there's no warning. If you want to borrow
I'm definitely
my
not
phone,
telling you, but
no,
I'd feel bad about it a little bit.
Honestly, that would only make it. I'd probably feel better with people borrowing my phone if it had fell into the porta potty.
Gross,
This is what you get. You get shit.
I mean,
This is what you get.
how often do you borrow someone else's phone? Not
Dude,
very often.
Yeah,
right?
one time somebody borrowed my phone. Last time, by the way, and then
What did they do?
They stepped into the sleeper of their train to call their husband.
Oh, that's right. You told me about this.
Some purple hair bitch.
Yeah.
And she steps into her sleeper to call her husband, and then she was in there for a minute, and I was like, 3 minutes had gone by.
Yo.
She changed the password of my email.
Dude, what a...
Yeah, so she could get my email, and then like from there she could do
Did
more.
she hack shit on you? Or did you catch her
I caught
quick
it.
or
I
whatever?
caught it. Yeah, but I was
Dude,
like,
that's so
the
fucked up.
audacity, dude. Like, I'd let you use my phone. So that's why
Yeah,
I wish it had fallen in porta potty. You know what I mean? Fresh. I wish it was fresh blue. I'm like, yeah, use it. It's dripping. You know?
I mean, she'd at least have to earn it. Right?
She would have to earn it. I'd feel better about it.
Gross, dude.
She probably wouldn't have done it. She'd be like, I have to hand this back. It smells too bad. You know?
Probably. I mean, there is a limit to what people will go through to steal shit from you. That is disgusting. For sure. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so no new listeners, no drink of the week, not warm blue. Mm-hmm. We're not drinking warm blue over here. But yeah, you ready to get into old Sarah Silv dog train?
Yeah, let's do it.
Postmortem is the name of the special. Here is the trailer for it.
My dad and my stepmom Janice both died last May, 9 days apart. And, oh, that one needs work. And my dad was my best friend, and they both gave me so much, and most recently about an hour of new material, so let's do this. And this seems like a good time to mention, I do have merch this tour, and I just really feel like my parents would want me to monetize this.
And there it is. That is Sarah Silverman. Postmortem, the trailer.
Yep.
Came out on Netflix last week.
Yep.
And we watched it. A little bit about Sarah Silverman. You probably recognize her. She's fairly famous in the comedy game. She had her own TV show called the Sarah Silverman Program from 2007 2010. She was nominated for an Emmy for that program. She wrote an autobiography called The Bedwetter that was adapted into a musical. Off-Broadway musical. She had a brief stint as a writer for SNL, but she's mostly known as just a comedian and just a goofball, just a total weirdo goofball. Jesus is Magic, her first sort of Netflix offering, or I'm not sure it was Netflix, was sort of one-woman showy, but it was a lot of stand-up, and that was incredible. I saw that. I saw her perform it a couple times, and then also, on Netflix and whatever. I always thought that was crazy. When do you think she started comedy? What year?
She said when she was 17.
I don't know if she said. Did she say that?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that would be. It was 1987, dude.
Damn.
So almost 40 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's wild.
That's pretty crazy. Yeah. So she's.
That might be the longest one so far.
I think we just had them when it was like 42 or so. But yeah, it's right up there. It's right up there. 40. Yeah. Almost 40 years of stand up. And yeah, a huge stand up person. People love her.
Yeah.
She's super goofy. What did you think? Overall impressions of this special in particular? What'd you think?
I liked it. A lot of it was stories. I like that. I like how she tries to build all the characters kind of up front. She takes some time to kind of like make separate like chunks of where she's just telling you backlogs of what certain person is, who they are to her, what they look like,
Sure.
and what their personality is, and yada yada yada. And she does that. I think that was pretty cool.
Sure.
She had a lot of callbacks in it. I liked that. I think the whole thing is structured pretty good. Hated the first joke.
The first 10 minutes or so wasn't about her people that died.
Yeah.
What was the first joke?
First joke was like jerking her boyfriend off with her left hand.
Oh,
and she
the
calls it
stranger thing. Yeah.
I was like, yo, are we just ripping off Chappelle jokes?
Oh, I mean, all right. I would say that joke was ripped off long before Chappelle ever did it. I mean, that's a very, very well-known joke.
So Chappelle stole it?
Yeah, absolutely. He stole it from the street. Yeah. And I think that's why she says it the way she does, where she's like, yeah, everyone knew this but me, blah, 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 that kind of thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I agree. It was pretty
I
weak.
didn't like that as an opener. It's a hacky joke.
I agree.
Yeah, I didn't like that as an opening joke.
I agree.
Also, I love that she gets a standing ovation right at the beginning. I thought that was really cool.
That was cool, yeah.
And then the other joke that she does pretty early into the beginning too is she tells somebody else's joke, and that kind of threw me for like the beginning of the special because I was like, "What are we doing? You're doing fucking hack jokes and telling other people's jokes."
Are you talking about the like street jokes you're talking about?
Yeah.
With the,
Yep.
Okay.
I don't remember the joke. But she's telling it from somebody else's.
Right.
It's like when somebody's like tells you a joke, and then you're like,
Yeah.
oh,
And
well,
somebody
this
else
person
said
told
whatever,
me
yeah.
this joke, and then you.
There's a little bit of that, yeah.
I didn't like that.
Yeah, so it was interesting because there's probably, 10 minutes of material. I would say it's almost prelude, like not really related. And then the rest of the special is just a sort of vignette about her mom or stepmother and her dad dying and sort of going back in time, forward in time, talking about the family dynamics and everything in play and that. So that part's real interesting. Overall impression for me, it was fine. I don't think it's incredibly funny, but I do think because I like her and she's super likable, she can get away with a lot. There's a lot of clout that I think she gets away with a lot because of who she is, right? If I saw this special from somebody else, there's no way I wouldn't have turned it off in the first 10, 15 minutes.
So,
you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
her dirty jokes are funny.
Yeah.
And I will say, for the most part, this is pretty clean.
yeah, that's true.
Which was interesting. A lot of female comics sometimes tend to lean on the dirtier end.
Yeah.
And she didn't really do that. And
She's pushing away from it now because so many people do it because that's what she used to do all the time. You know what I mean?
I will say the dirty jokes that she had in it, though, were like top tier.
Yeah,
they were funny. Yeah, I liked that.
Yeah.
But you're right. Some of it wouldn't, like, would it? I know we're not at, would it work at open mic yet?
Yeah. I don't think it would.
You don't think it would?
Because I think it takes her too long to get to places.
I kind of don't think it would either. But I think she would be better off if she would have just cut that first 10 minutes or whatever and then just jumped right into kind of telling a story.
Yeah, I think
there's got to be a better way to get into it than that.
Yeah, I think first of all, her delivery in combination with the type of joke she was doing, it takes her a while to get places, and then you have to really pay attention. And that's not something that because a lot of her like punchlines are sort of under the surface, understated, just more interplay between her persona and whatever material she's doing. Like she has that weird sort of indifferent kind of like rube, like she's kind of dumb, like playing dumb type persona. And if you're not paying attention, you're going to miss it completely. And it takes her a little while to get, she kind of like, it takes her a while to get to the joke. So I do think open mic, it wouldn't work that well. I mean, she's Sarah Silverman, so it would.
I mean, she's probably not going to do this type of shit at an open mic at the same time. She'd do those dirty ones and they would smash.
Yeah, she'd do fine on
But
those.
I think she had to maybe she did what she did in that first 10 minutes was just to introduce her boyfriend. I think that was
Rory.
probably the clunky part of it.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Was her trying, because she has to somehow bridge that gap so then she can talk about
She can
Rory
bring him back
later.
Yeah.
And that's why she did it that way. But yeah, I just felt
so,
like that beginning was kind of clunky, personally.
Yeah, I agree.
Aside from that, I'd say it was
good. It wasn't
good,
mind bending. It definitely wasn't one of the. I wouldn't even call it one of the better specials we've done, but I would say it's certainly fine. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and she covers a lot of sad topics because it's all about her dad dying and her stepmom dying. Hence Postmortem, which I thought at first it was called Postpartum, and I'm like, she's not even talking about a baby. But she does a good job of like getting into like some really sad areas.
Yeah.
And then she kind of totally gets out of them by taking you totally away from the story. And then she's talking about flies or whatever, then to kind of dial back in. I mean, it was well crafted in that.
And she sort
sense.
of lets you peek behind the curtain a little bit there when she talks a little bit about how, that got really dark or that got really sad or whatever. And like, then she will scale it back and do something a little different.
Yeah, she'll get into
I
something
thought
silly.
that showed her experience really well. And that she could sense the audience and know, okay, well, I'm going too far this direction. I need to bring it back. She makes one joke in the middle. It's just total like left turn. And she mentions like how it was essentially almost like a defense mechanism where she was like, it was getting too sad. And so she just said something crazy.
Oh, yeah.
Like fucked up. I think it was about, it was when she said, your loved ones watch you masturbate in heaven or whatever. Like something just ridiculously
Only
over
when
the
you
top,
masturbate,
right?
yeah.
Just to like ease the tension, right? Just to relieve the tension. And she says, I think she actually says something like that relieved or that, that releases the tension or whatever it was.
Yep.
So I thought that's how she showed her real skill.
Also, never takes the mic out of the stand.
Oh yeah, I guess she didn't the entire time. Huh?
I thought that was cool.
I don't think she usually does. I think she's not a mic out of the stand person.
I have a hard time not doing that.
I like to have the mic in my hand because then there's one hand that I at least know what I'm doing with one hand.
I know. I think that's
I don't know what to do with the other one. So
every time I see somebody do well with just the stand, I'm like, you're experienced.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what you're doing.
Most people don't like to, or they are freaked out, and that's the only thing they can do is keep their mic in stand. But
yeah,
I mean,
it's too much hands in my pockets if it's in stand. I'm like, I need to play around with it. I need to be free.
Yeah, I mean, she has and has earned, I would say, like more leeway from people to do this kind of special, but it is sort of a trauma dump type special, right?
Yeah.
There's more jokes in it than your average shitty trauma jump, like so it's fine.
One of the jokes I really liked in this too, where she was talking about the cell phone ads, right?
Oh,
that pop up, right? And they're ads specifically for you,
right?
And then she made a comparison to Jesus, like carrying you, the one
The
set of footprints,
or the footprints,
yeah. And then like comparing it to the phone is like
your
Jesus.
algorithm essentially, yeah.
I thought that was really
that
funny.
was very funny,
and then she called it out too. She's like, "Oh, this dumb cum joke needs Jesus in it.
There better have a Jesus joke in here. There better be a Jesus turn, or I'm out of here."
Yeah, loved it.
And I think that's something. I think that's a really good sort of microcosm of how she does stand up. Like, I think she definitely she has this rhythm where she brings in serious topics, and she, like, even though she's going to turn it at some point, she's so good at looking sincere as she brings in these new topics. That she's going to say something gross or disgusting or dark or whatever to break out of that.
Right.
She's very good at pulling you in with that, even though that twist is coming, if that makes sense.
Right.
Very expressive and emotive, and she's good at displaying whatever emotion she needs to in order to, like, sink the hook into you a little bit more. So yeah, overall, I mean, we did a little bit more than overall. But overall impressions, I think we both liked it. Yeah. And I don't know, I don't want to put your words in your mouth, but it's not like your favorite either, but you thought it was good.
Totally my favorite. Loved it.
Totally your favorite. Okay.
No, it was cool. It was fun. Yeah. Watching it 3 times in a row, I think would be tough.
Yeah. I actually liked it about the second time. I liked it the best. Right.
Really?
Like, so I was like, oh, I know it's coming up, but I was able to, how it is. You can kind of judge it a little bit better when you are seeing, how she structured it.
And this was filmed in New York.
Yeah, Beacon Theater.
Very
famous venue.
The theater looks great.
Yeah.
Should we get into Fashionisto?
I was just going to go there. He was perfect. Perfect segue, buddy.
Fashionista. Okay. Stage, Beacon Theater. Looks great. It's got some cool shit behind her. It's like some boards. I don't know what those are. 2x12s. 2x15s. Those are some big ass boards.
It looks like the grain of the wood is... Yeah.
One thing I noticed is... I don't know if you saw this part. She has a rug underneath her feet on the stage. There's a pretty good sized rug. Love that.
Oh, you like?
I love
like
a rug
under
the feet. Oh my god, it feels so good. Like there's.
You mean just because it feels good?
Yeah. Oh man, there's at the Pearl Theater. There's the rug, and dude, it's like walking on air. Oh, I love that rug. So. Yeah, if I'm Sarah Silverman, I'm not stepping out on any show on any stage without a rug.
There's also a lot. I know that for some tapings or for some venues, they'll put a rug there to let you know where not to go past, right? Either for audio reasons because you start getting feedback or whatever, or because it's easier to film you in that spot, right? Because you have different angles or whatever.
Well, I just like it for my feet.
So I get it. And I have no idea why they're doing it for. It could be because she's 57 or whatever, or 55, and
she stands
she's
pretty
got
still.
Feet. She got feet problems or something. You know what I mean?
That's awesome.
She needs like a memory foam
rug
underneath her feet.
Pretty cozy. So I like that. Now the look of her.
Talk about the look.
The look of her. Okay.
Wait, I don't know if is that bad?
She looks like she came out of a 90s college film.
Okay.
Not like Girls Gone Wild, but like she was in a romantic comedy in a 90s college
She's a
campus.
90s college romantic. Okay, so it's what? It's a flannel underneath a shirt.
Underneath like a sweater. That's
a sweater.
A hat. That's a sweater
you like
t-shirt.
Flannels last week, you misogynist.
That's a sweater t-shirt. It's a weird. Look at that. That's a weird getup.
She's got a collared flannel underneath a sweater. What is it? Red? A red?
Yeah, it's maroonish, purple, dark purple. I don't know. Whatever.
Yeah. Sleeves rolled up. The flannels peeking out on the collar and then also on the bottom.
And then she has the flannel sleeves rolled up. The jeans are boot cut for some reason. No, it's atrocious.
Really? Huh.
Do a look at it.
I think it looks fine.
What are we doing? You would never leave the house looking like that. That's a terrible look. She pulls it off because she's Sarah Silverman, but is it like...
I think it looks fine. Again, this is not my
it's hot garbage.
This is not mine. Her hair is definitely a little bit frazzled. I'll say that.
Yeah, that's okay though. I mean,
wait, so that part you don't have an issue with? This is what I don't get.
Not with this look.
You're more upset with the the look of a sweater,
A
over
tight sweater over a flannel with the flannel poking out. It's just kind of, doesn't that look weird? Then the boot cut jeans with, what is she wearing? High heels. It's weird.
I think she's just wearing sneakers, man.
Whatever. It's
Okay.
weird.
So you don't like it. Clearly, you don't like it. I mean, you
She
hate
pulls
it,
it
actually.
off.
No,
She
geez,
pulls
the
it
way
off.
you said you're talking shit the entire time. It was awesome. No,
No, it's not awesome.
no, you don't like it.
I don't like it. No, it's just sloppy. It looks gross. I wouldn't wear that.
It's just sloppy. It looks gross.
like,
9 Prince Alberts.
dude, can you imagine me in that? That would look so frumpy and shit on me.
Yeah, but it's not. You're also not a fucking 60-year-old Jewish woman. There's a big difference. Like,
Yeah.
I think she looks cute, but she always looks cute because she's a cute.
She's a
person.
cute girl. Yeah. She's cool. I like her a lot. Is this it though? No.
Yeah,
She
all right.
set that aside. She's like, I'm filming my special in this. That's insane.
I don't know. It
What are we
seems.
doing?
I don't. Yeah, I get you. I get you.
You know what I mean? I don't know.
I understand what you
Dress
mean, but
down
I
or
just.
something?
Yeah,
I
I don't
Are
know.
you trying to
what,
look sad because you're sad material?
maybe understated or something like that. What do you think? What do you think she should have worn? What do you think she should have worn? What do you have? Do you have suggestions for her? Do you have a queer eye for the Jewish girl or whatever?
I'd say like black skinny jeans that go like
Is that what
belly
she
button
wore?
high.
I think that's what she wore in her other special.
Oh, she's wearing Converse. Converse are cool. Okay, I'll take her up an alb.
An alb.
Yeah, I mean, it's just very plain. It's cool. She does pull off the plain look.
She looks like she wants to go to a Barnes and Noble,
Yeah,
grab a book, go sit on the couch, you know
get a
what I mean?
coffee.
Yeah, and order a coffee.
Yeah.
Which I get what you're saying. It's definitely not a showstopper look, but
No, it's
4 point. Would you say 4.8, 4.6?
4.6.
All right, that's middle of the road. It's lower than But there you have it, dude. 4.6 Prince Albies for.
Let me
old,
do the bings again. I fucked it up. Bing, 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 bee.
Yeah, all right, that works.
Yeah.
So that does it for our visual and our Fashionisto, and then we can move right on into what we liked, favorite jokes. Let's go. Let's just start right quick with favorite jokes. I'll start with yours. You want to set this up?
Yeah, right now she's like building this character, letting us know who her mom is. And then I think that's good.
Yep.
She really never lied. It would never occur to her to lie, even to like protect someone's feelings. She just didn't do it, she was directing a play and one of her young actresses asked her, Beth Ann, do you think I could really make it someday? And she said, no. The only reason I know that story was I was asking my sister Susie if she had any stories about mom, and she told that to me, and I said, how do you know that? Were you there? And she said, no, mom told me because she couldn't figure out why that girl was crying. That girl, Pam Sullivan. Right, you've never heard of her. Right. Not talented. Did not have it.
Did not have it. There. That was. Why'd you pick that bit?
Oh, it got me to laugh out loud. I didn't see
Nice.
that. I didn't see that coming because when she says Pam Sullivan, I was
Yeah.
like, Pam Sullivan.
Yeah, for sure.
And you're thinking like, oh, do I know that name? Nope, you don't. Yeah, I love that.
I had an inkling that it was going to go that direction, but I still was like, oh, maybe I'm just not placing Pam Sullivan. You know what I mean? Like you're like something's fishy here. Like you kind of feel something turn. But I agree. I really liked it. I thought it was great.
Well, and she tells you, she's pretty much she's telling you what the punchline is.
she's telling you what she's going to do, and it still works.
And it's still, I like that.
Yeah,
That was one of my favorite jokes for sure.
Yeah, I thought that was great, and that shows sort of what I think she's really good at, and I think she's great at setting up punchlines.
The reading glasses part too. So like she asks
was
somebody, she has to read something. She has like a little piece of paper. It's of her dad's Yelp review of a chiropractor
Dentist.
or a dentist. That's it. And so she's like, oh, I don't have my reading glasses. She asked for reading glasses, and someone in the audience eventually throws her up a pair of reading glasses. But I was thinking, and I was like, dude, did she just know that her audience has reading glasses? Or is that like, is that planted?
I would imagine. I would not be. I don't think there's an audience you're going to have at a theater anywhere that is not going to have a handful of people with reading glasses. I mean, a lot of people with reading glasses. You know what I mean?
Just on their person like that?
Yeah, a lot of people have them. Pretty much, I mean, everybody over 50 has reading glasses just chilling. If they don't have prescriptions. If they don't have prescriptions. I would say.
So reading glasses are just like, what's the prescription on those?
They're not prescribed. They're essentially like just like magnifying glasses that you wear on your face.
Oh, okay. So there's
like that's why they're readers, right? Like you only use them for reading. Like you throw them on and you read, right?
Gotcha.
But they sell them in like little racks at Walmart or wherever, and they'll be like plus 2.25, plus 5, plus 7.5, plus 1, plus 1.25.
So if I put those on, I would be able to see closer?
Yeah, I mean...
It wouldn't fuck me up?
I mean, you don't want to wear them all the time. That's why they're readers. You'd only use them for reading. If you have trouble reading, they might help you because they'll make the font bigger, but they're not going to help you if you can already read without any issue.
Gotcha.
Might make it worse.
Gotcha. What's your joke?
Yeah, let's do my joke. My joke, to set this up a little bit, this is she's talking about it's toward the end of both of her stepmother and her father's lives, and she's talking about how they met Jeff Ross and some other stuff. So.
He sat with him, and actually, Jeff introduced my dad and Janice to a friend of his, this older magician named Bernie Shine, and they all became friends like the last 10 years or so, and they had gone, Dad and Janice had gone to see Bernie perform like 6 months earlier, you know? So Jeff is sitting with my dad, and he goes, "You want me to FaceTime Bernie so you can say goodbye?" And he said, "Okay." And he FaceTimes him, and he holds it up. And Bernie gets on, and he says, "Donald, I'm so sorry." And my dad said, "Bernie, your show was so bad it killed Janice." And then he goes, "And I'm not feeling so hot either." He was killing while dying.
That was my selection for a joke. I can absolutely see, especially like an older person on their deathbed, like fucking around with somebody being like, "Dude, your show is so shitty it killed my wife," right? And then like, "And I'm not doing so hot either." It's a great second joke on that, right? Like, but just like the switch from the sort of the sincerity and and like the emotion to like this, you know, to a very joking, like ridiculous joke, right? I think she's really good at layering those.
Well, and it's her dad's sense of humor,
yeah,
too.
For sure.
So then it kind of also shines a light on how her sense of humor kind of has developed through.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. I like how she called back to a bunch of shit. She did a bunch of callbacks. It was interesting. Last week we had no callbacks. And then
that's right.
This week, you get a lot of them.
Yeah.
I like that. I like how she ended on a callback too.
Yeah,
it's cool. I really like it when just projects feel like they're fully formed.
You're a big callback guy, dude.
If she could have figured out how to do that first 10 minutes a little bit differently, I think I would have liked it more.
Well, I mean, we talked about it before, right? Like this special was an hour 2 or 3, an hour
3, I think.
Yeah, hour 3 minutes. You don't need the first 10 minutes.
Yeah.
53-minute special, dude. That's right up our alley. That's perfect.
Boom.
And then it's all a self-contained unit.
Because that last 5 minutes, I was like, how much more of this is left?
Yeah, it does drag a little bit, and it's not even as bad. It's just it's
just long.
It's also a little bit like heavier emotionally, right? Like it's like a denser meal, right? like if you're eating cheesecake versus eating like a bowl of ice cream or whatever.
Yep.
So yeah, I don't have anything else to add either on that. Anything you didn't like specifically?
Aside from that first 10 minutes.
Yeah, we talked about that 10 minutes. Yeah.
Yeah, and like what she's wearing, I guess. Like not so much. I mean, I liked it. I mean, I understand this. Like, I like it when stand-ups do this. Actually, I like when they're a little bit more personal and like, this is what's going on with me. This is what happened. Blah, 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 and then they make that funny. I think that to me is the true art.
Yeah.
Not just like solving word problems. Like this is actually, being real. I like that. Better
comics, right? They take advantage of the leeway that they get and they use it to their advantage. And I think that's something she does really well in terms of building suspense, relieving pressure and building it back up and relieving it. But even though she may not get away with this 10 years ago or whatever, she gets away with it now and she knows she has that tool. And so she's going to use it. And
I think she was getting away with it.
That's probably true.
10 years ago. I mean, I remember listening to one of her she had an old joke, and it was actually on a podcast where they were like talking about literally how she built the tension and broke the tension at the same time. And
I can see that.
she was the example they used. And I was like, yeah, I could see why they would use that. She's
pretty
good at
incredible. So yeah, that puts kind of a wrap on our comments. We have ChatGPT reviews, buddy.
Let's hear them. They're
Are
going to
you
be
ready?
super accurate again.
Dude, they always are. Be like, dog shit shirt. Looking. Just it's exactly what you said. All right. So here we go. Here is our glowing review from ChatGPT of Sarah Silverman Postmortem, titled A Masterwork of Unfiltered Wit and Soulful Reckoning. Sarah Silverman delivers a daring, intelligent, and deeply human stand-up special that reaffirms her place among comedy's most fearless voices. With characteristic irreverence and razor-sharp insight, Silverman tackles life, death, identity, and cultural chaos with a blend of biting satire and genuine vulnerability that feels uniquely hers. It's not just funny, it's brave. All right. and in a world starved for nuance, Sarah Silverman dares to be complicated, uncomfortable, and completely authentic. That didn't have a ton of
It's basically everything I said.
yeah, it didn't have a ton of substance in that review. But that said, I don't like it when people are called brave for doing stuff. I honestly don't like that specific part. It's not just funny, it's brave. Like, I mean,
Razor sharp wit.
it's fine.
It's like,
but
all right.
come on. Yeah. But yeah, it's not bad though. I mean, it's about right.
Yeah.
It gets some of this stuff in. Let's do the scathing one. It's always better.
Yep.
Sarah Silverman, Postmortem, an exhausting relic from a comedian who should know better. I love how
Jesus
fucking mean
Christ.
they are, dude. It's the best, dude. Postmortem is less a comedy special than a drawn-out therapy session disguised as stand-up, delivered by a comedian who seems more interested in moralizing than making people laugh. Once a provocateur with a sharp satirical edge, she now seems caught in a feedback loop of self-referential wokeness, performative introspection, and tired cultural commentary. The special stumbles out of the gate and never finds its footing.
Damn.
She oscillates between self-congratulatory confessions and low-hanging political barbs that feel more like Twitter drafts than polished material.
I don't know what that's
I have
referring
no
to.
idea what they're talking about. This is the worst. This is the worst one we've had so far. It
Yeah,
doesn't make
it's
sense.
not accurate.
Wokeness? What are they fucking talking about with
Why
woke?
did you say that was woke?
The pacing is sluggish. The themes, okay, that's sort of true.
That's true.
The themes overwrought, and the delivery, once her trademark deadpan, now feels disengaged and even tired. Postmortem offers a case study in stagnation, a once brilliant mind stuck in the loop of virtual signaling and faux introspective, too earnest to be funny and too glib to be profound. I disagree with 90% of that.
Yeah, I think she looks really good on stage performing this stuff.
Yeah.
She seems really confident in
yeah, like uncomfortable with herself. I don't.
what are you talking about?
I disagree.
I think it's the complete opposite of that.
In virtue signaling and faux introspection, that's just incorrect.
Yeah.
It definitely wasn't virtue. I don't know what they're
Sorry.
talking. There's a
Sorry,
lot of
ChatGPT.
like weird. You know what it is? Honestly, I think that it just like got the information that like she's like a Bernie, like a big Bernie supporter, and then they're just like, I'll just throw some shit in there.
Yeah,
you know what I
she's
mean?
woke.
Like
she's stupid.
she's woke. She's like,
She's
you know what I
dumb
mean?
and woke. She
Yeah.
likes Bernie. It's like, God, GPT, you don't like fucking...
Yeah, ChatGPT.
You don't like Bernie?
misfired on this one, even though it is still kind of funny.
That's funny, but it's
An
it's
exhausting relic from a comedian who should know better. Those were ChatGPT reviews. We don't need any more of those. We're good to go. Other reviews, already did that. Good hang.
Oh, I bet she'd be a great hang.
I agree. I would love to hang out with her.
Same.
I think it'd be great. I think here's one. I think she's a prankster. I think she fucks with will prank you like all the time. She feels like she would like put gum in your seat or like fucking order weird shit on your food or you know what I mean? Like I feel like she'd fuck with you.
Do you think she would be friends with Kat Dennings?
Oh Jesus. I have no idea what I don't know. I don't know what Kat Dennings is like.
She's a blast, I think.
We are your official. That's your Kat Dennings minute. Your official source for all Kat Dennings news. And
I don't know anything about Kat
I know.
Dennings, really.
you know two things about Kat Dennings. I'm almost positive that you know.
I know she was in Two Broke Girls. I do know that. Yeah.
I don't think you understand what I mean. I think you do. I think you're pretending like you don't. All right. So we both think she'd be fun to hang out with.
Blast.
We talked about this. Would this work in an open mic? We're not totally sure. right?
I don't think she's doing these jokes as an open
I
mic.
agree. Better name for the special. Postpartum? Like
That's what I was
postpartum
about
better?
to say.
I know it was, dude. I could see it in your eyes.
Um,
I like postmortem. I think that's pretty good.
Postmortem's good. Yeah.
It's pretty good. I'm
Uh,
gonna go read a book.
sad. That's it.
Sad.
Just sad. 3 A's.
Could be like Schleppy and Sophie or whatever her name
Yeah.
is. Like something
Oh,
like
yeah,
that. She
Janice.
just want to do like Schleppy and Janice. That'd
Yeah,
be a good
Schleppy
name.
and Janice.
But I like postmortem. I think it's good.
Postmortem's good.
All right. So the last thing we're gonna do with this special is we're gonna tell you why we're better than Sarah Silverman. You want me to go?
Sure.
All right. As you know, every week we tell you why we, comedy dynamos, Jay Berg and Colton Drake, best comedians ever, are better than award nominees like Sarah Silverman or like whoever. But specific this week, Sarah Silverman. Why am I better than you? How about you get to a joke once every couple minutes? That's all I ask. Get to an actual joke. You're doing old hacky shit. I don't want to step on Colton stuff too much, so I'm not going to talk about what you look like because I think you look fine. But what else do I not like? People die, by the way. People fucking die. You're not the first person to have people die in your life, and you're going to do 45 minutes on 2 people's death? I've fucking seen this special 18 times from 18 different comics. No one gives a shit. People die. They were old. They deserve to die, and so do you. You're trash. You're trash, and I hate you. And that's why I'm better than Sarah Silverman.
Damn.
All right.
Also,
This
not
is-
true, Sarah. He loves you
Yeah, it's true. It is true. I do love you.
too much.
So-
Yeah, he loves you too much.
So much. So I love you. You're my cat Dennings.
You're my cat, Denny. You're my Cans McGee.
Cans McGee t-shirts. Print the shirts, baby.
Cans McGee.
Cans McGee t-shirts. This is why Colton Drake is better than Sarah Silverman.
Here's how I'm better. I wouldn't try to record a special midway through like a tour of not having this shit totally worked out. I would have done it at the end of the tour where the first 10 minutes would have been good. Because I'm not going to put out a special with a bad upfront 10 minutes. That's not something I would do. And I wouldn't wear this disgusting debacle of a pair of clothes that you got from the thrift store. It's terrible. I don't know who told you that was a good idea. You need a new assistant. I would love to be that. If you need an assistant, you can call my phone.
Dumb.
509.
Whoa. Probably don't do that.
Okay.
There's 20 people listening to this podcast. dude.
Yeah. Oh no. Are they going to call me?
And bring your glasses next time.
But yeah, that's how I'm better. And love you, Sarah.
Yeah.
Love to be your assistant again. If you need me, you can message me at Colton Drake Comedy, and I would be so ecstatic to take your phone call.
be so ecstatic.
Yeah. And
Sarah, that closed the book on. Oh, God. Sorry.
I was just gonna say, like, if I was your assistant, Sarah, I would really, I would have brought that early 10 minutes up to you, and I would have been like,
Maybe not wanna do that.
not it, my gal.
I feel like she is going to tell you to fuck off and she does what she wants to do. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like she would be
Yeah,
like,
well, that's
I'm Sarah
fine.
fucking Silverman.
And then she would
motherfucker.
put out this with the
This
garbage
trash.
10. Yeah.
Sarah Silverman, that closed the book on her. An enjoyable special.
Also, one more thing. Sorry.
Is this more how you're better?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Well, I hate that you had to open with a hacky joke that everybody has done
Yeah.
before, some bullshit street joke, and that's your
Yeah.
opener.
Yeah.
Your opener needs to be your second best joke. You should, of all
Boom.
people, know that. Close the book.
Close the book on episode 29, or at least on this portion. Sarah Silverman, check her out. She's funny. Check
She's
her out
great.
in other stuff too. Have you ever seen her show? Her show's funny. It's weird as fuck, but it's funny as hell. Yeah. Listener mail. We did get an email from old Billy T-Bone Tolliver. He wants us to do an Ali Sadiq special. If you agree with him, send us a message. We'll get to him at some point. He puts out a new special every like 2 months. That guy's crazy prolific.
Yeah.
But we'll check him out. Thank you for the email, Billy. You're a good man. You're a good man and thorough. And so listener mail, we did that. Mom's menu. She took the week off. She didn't cook shit. IG follower count update, you guys. You guys, we are slowly trickling up the board. Last week, you may remember, Colton was at 514. I was at 459. Colton up 2 to 516. I'm up 5 to 464.
Nice.
Colton has a 52 person lead on me. Somewhat coincidentally, 51. We got 51 followers at our podcast account. So
Nice.
please continue to follow all of us. That's at Stand Up Snobs. That's at Jay Bird Comedy, and that's at Colton Drake Comedy. Please do that if you can. Tell all the bots you know, dude. I'm trying to collect bots at this point.
Cool. Me too.
I'm gonna do
Farms.
one of those like $1,000 for 1,000 listeners.
I want a bot farm.
Hell yeah, dude.
My own bot farm.
Just set up a bunch of burner accounts, start following yourself. Like, whoa, dude.
Yeah.
Comedy Genius follows me. Wow, that's
Comedy.
that's huge.
Wow. Who's this blue? Who's this not blue checkmark? Gabriel Iglesias.
Oh, you start doing everybody else's name. Holy shit. Bill Burr, Berr is following me. David Chappell. standupsnobs@gmail.com. Anything you want to talk about, any questions, concerns you have, any sort of comments you want to make. We're just going to try to make this better and better for you every time. That's our goal. We're all for you guys. We're all about you. We want to sell you merch. We want to dig in your pockets and take your money. You know what I mean? Like, that's what we want.
We care about you.
Who are you listening to, bud?
I've been listening to AJ Leidig.
AJLEIDIG?
LEIDIG.
Yeah. Okay.
AJ Leidig.
AJ Leidig. Yeah, that's cool. How'd you get into? Did you just
Instagram.
randomly
found
it?
him and
Yeah.
thought his bits were funny.
Hell yeah, man! Right on. Mine is Pat Burtscher. Pat Burtscher. PATBURTSH. Excuse me. BURTSCHER. And I saw him randomly as well. So check those people out. Check out comedy wherever you can. And check out if you have anybody that we should be listening to, you should send that to us because I'm always on the lookout for new stuff. So yeah, if you know somebody like, oh, this guy's awesome, send it to us. I'm lazy. I don't want to find another person to listen to. I can just steal that one, Upcoming gigs, my man. You're up. What do you got?
Okay. So upcoming gigs, July 6th and 7th. I am at the Spokane Comedy Club. I will be hosting for Mike Cronin, which will be some fun shows. So go on the Spokane Comedy Club website for those.
So July 6th and 7th?
Yep.
Right on.
And then Harris's Mediterranean in Seattle, July 19th. That'll be with Anthony Singleton, me and him.
He is doing a show at like a Greek restaurant?
Mediterranean.
Anything else for yours?
No, that's all I have right now.
All right.
I'm sure there is more. I
Sure.
will be on another tease show here coming up, and
Sure.
there's more stuff coming, but I don't remember everything. So
Right on. June 1st, I'll be hosting for Adam Carolla at the Spokane Comedy Club. That is a Sunday. June 7th, I am hosting the Quincy Belt Tournament of Champions finale. Holy shit. We finally came to it. And then June 22nd, I will be participating in Roast-A-Mania at the Spokane Comedy Club. Also want to remind you once again, on the 11th of July, we will be doing a live podcast, me and Colton, the world premiere of Spokane famous Anthony Singleton's special. It'll be an hour of his special, and then we're going to do an hour episode, so it'll be a 2-hour night. We do not have ticket prices or Eventbrite link yet, but once we get those, we will let you know. That's going to be a great night. It's going to be fun, man. Try it again.
yeah,
It's going to be good. And then and then I'll be headlining there in Post Falls on the 26th, I believe. So whatever that Saturday is. So I want to say,
I got one more show to play.
oh, and Cole's got one more show to plug.
Yeah. So then June 17th, I will be at the Spokane Comedy Club.
Awesome.
Doing a showcase show called
right on.
Puns of Anarchy. It's a Father's Day comedy show.
Wait, what? You're doing a Father's Day show?
Yeah. Yeah, hopefully they're not like, talk about your experiences with your children.
As a father? Yeah.
Because I will just start making up stuff.
Yeah, that sounds right.
My kid is the best.
You mean marinara? Yeah.
He's a VIP.
Talk to you about it.
He's VIP.
That's great. What was that, 17th you said?
VIP.
You said 17th?
Yeah, June
Right on.
17th.
So
yeah.
that's Thursday, or is that a Saturday or a Sunday?
Tuesday.
Tuesday. Fucking weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's not on. See, I was thinking it was on
Are we
Father's
supposed to
Day
do dad
too.
jokes? Are we supposed to do puns?
You should probably talk to the people who booked you, man. I don't know, man.
I was not planning on doing that.
Did
I was
you
thinking,
just do it through booking?
My
or did you
dad's
do it
Prince
through-
Albert joke or something.
Nice.
Yeah.
It'll probably be fine. Those are our upcoming gigs. I'm excited about them. I think we got some good stuff in there. And then next week, excited about that too. Next week, who do we got? Mike Birbiglia. that's so funny.
Mike Birbiglia.
Mark Cherry.
Mark Birbiglia. Birbiglia. How do you say it?
Mike Birbiglia.
Birbiglia. Mike Birbiglia.
There you go. Good job, buddy.
What was I saying?
Mark
Yeah, I was saying it like
Whatever,
Dracula.
dog.
All right.
Whatever it is, we got Mike Birbiglia,
Birbiglia.
very famous comedian, very funny guy.
Big
He's
time
got
guy.
a Netflix special, which I'm sure is very similar to his last few, which have been sort of more one-man showy than stand-up. So we'll see what it looks like, but that's how he's been doing it lately. It's called Mike Birbiglia, The Good Life. He's going to take us out, but before we do that, please remember to follow and subscribe and all that kind of stuff. And go find comedy wherever you're at. Enjoy it. It's good shit. And then, Colton, you got anything else to say?
Nope. Bye-bye.
Nope. One more time. You want to take us out again? That was horrible. Take us out again.
Bye-bye.
When I was a kid, I always viewed my dad as larger than life. Like, he was a doctor, and in his free time, he got his law degree. That's how much he didn't want to be a dad. My dad would sort of fly off the handle and be like, "Where are my keys?" I'd be like, "We gotta find Dad's keys." A few months ago, Jenny had made me pancake. She's deeply familiar with my health profile, so she knows the right amount of pancakes for me to eat. It's pancake. So I wanted to do something nice for her because my love language is keeping score.